I think this is going to be the funnest fight I've had for quite some time.
How does this fight, in your mind, compare with the Conor Benn fight? Is this a more difficult fight in your eyes?
No, I don't think this is going to be a harder fight than Conor. I think Liam is, I know what Liam is. There's nothing he's going to be able to do that is going to, confuse me or that I'm not going to see coming. I think that it's going to be a much more controllable fight and one that I'm going to be able to win with a fair amount of ease.
What's your response to that?
That's just him being him. I told you that before. I said that in interviews. If he wants to feel that way, come in 55%, I'll wipe the floor with him. And he knows that. He's just playing the game that he always plays. Why are you paying money if I'm an easier fight? I wouldn't be paying money.
Money isn't an issue. It's the fact that I want Roy in my corner for this particular fight.
Why?
Why not?
Why didn't you have him for Conor?
I just told you it was because it was Eubank Ben.
You come in at 50%, please do.
Are you prepared to put a percentage of what you need to be?
Well, I've said it. I think 50% of what I can be would be enough to beat Liam. Like I said, he's predictable. There's nothing that he's going to do on the night that I can't foresee. He's an old dog in the game. I guess I am too. But yeah, I know the fighter that Liam is. I've sparred with him. I know what he's capable of. I actually don't remember the spars, which is why it would have been uneventful. It would have just been another day in the office. Just another piece of meat that was in there for me to.
Why have you put a rematch clause in, or was it you're going to blame your team? Why is the rematch clause in this and there's not a rematch clause in the Conor Benn fight? Just answer.
This is business. Anything can happen.
Why was there not a rematch clause in the Conor Benn fight?
Ask my promoter. Listen, anything can happen.
So, Carla, do you think this is a tough fight?
As you know, I've had a few fights for your family, and as you know, I love a rematch clause.
Whether there's a rematch clause or not, it doesn't change the fact that you're not going to pose more of a threat than Conor Benn does, in my opinion.
Will you turn off 50% then, and we'll soon see?
Yeah, we will see. I have a man in front of me, and I'm going to roast him, like I always do.
He's got a good chin, he holds a good shot, and we'll see. But look, trust me, his chin will get tested and his body will be tested too, and if he comes through that, good luck to him. But he knows, he's not stupid, he knows it's going to get tested either way.
Chris, do you believe that you can end this fight inside the distance?
I look to end every fight inside the distance. It's not going to change for this fight. Everybody always says that they can knock me out and they're going to do this and they're going to do that, and it never happens. But I understand he's got to put on a brave face for you guys. But yeah, it's not going to be, as Ben says, a 50-50 fight. I mean, and a lot of people say this, and it's incredible to me when this line keeps coming up. 50-50 fight, pick 'em fight. I haven't worked as hard as I've worked all these years to be on the same level as guys like Liam Smith. I think I deserve a little bit more respect than that. I've paid my dues. I am what I am, and
you paid your dues. You got a proper leg up because of your name.
Well,
you got a leg up because your dad was a superstar back in the day. You got a leg up, to be fair to you.
Don't talk like them, because you're not.
Like who?
Like them, like the haters, like the armchair critics. You're not them. You know better than that. This is not about names. It's not about leg ups and you wouldn't be where you are because of your old man.
Well, Chris, you've just said you look to finish every opponent. So
that's played out.
We go back to Marcus Morrison. You said you wanted to carry him because it was Roy. Then you've just how many times put Liam Williams down? 4, was it?
Yeah, listen.
And he's seeing points and made it half a close fight, like.
Well, listen, I had an injury and I got through it. With Marcus, it was my first fight back after COVID, and I wanted to get the rounds in. And you know how to give up as well, which is another reason why I say you're going to be easier than Conor. You know, Conor, if he got put down, he would, rightly or wrongly, he would get straight back up. You know how to take a knee and look at your corner and, oh, shall I get up at 9? And, all right, it's 9. Let me get back up now and try again.
That's a lie, Chris. But you
know how to
Where was
play
I on
that
the knee?
game.
I was on my back, and the count only got to 5.
You know how to lay down like the old dog that you are. And that's what you're going to do on the night. You're going to lay down.
You know how to lose every time you've stepped up to some of the good fundamentals you've lost.
Come on, listen. Don't speak like them, because you're not. You know better.
You've lost them.
And for someone who has losses on their record, you know, it's obscene for you to talk like that. So just stop, please. It's embarrassing. I never said I was a superstar. I'm just a guy.
You talk like you are.
I'm just a guy in a KFC jacket trying to make a living.
Do you believe the fundamentals, or your fundamentals, are good enough to beat a 50% Eubank Jr.?
Do you want me to answer the question to beat a 50% Chris Eubank Jr.?
Yeah, go on.
No, I'm not going to answer a 50% Chris, because you know full well, and everyone in this room knows, he's not saying no 50%. And it baffles me, the people who laugh when he says he's going to do it. He turns up at 50%, like I said, I'll wipe the floor with him.
I'm the real deal. I do what I say I'm going to do, and the public know, you know, after all these years, that Chris Eubank Jr. brings the goods. You bring the goods too, in your own way. Obviously, you think you can upset this beast of a train that's plowing forward and, you know, en route for some huge things in 2023. That's your job, to upset that. I can't let that happen. A loss on either side is devastating. Liam's already talking about or mentioning the word retirement, which is good. I like hearing fighters talk like that. You know, that to me screams weakness and defeat.
You're cracking, Chris. You're cracking.
You said
every time. Look, once there's not a lot of people watching, you're cracking. You're slowly but surely cracking. On one side, you're saying it's a very, very exciting fight, and it's this time. How's it exciting and you're turning up at 50%?
Well, I said all I need to be is 50% to beat you. Whether I turn up at 50% is yet to be seen.
You know full well you're not turning up at 50%.
Well, you're hoping.
I'm hoping you turn up the best you can turn up.
Don't you think it's a play with words
chance
to get this reaction?
Yeah, of course, but like, you know, if he thinks he's getting, this is the way I'd react. If any man sitting there at 154, 160, 168 says, I'll beat you at 50%, I'll react the same. I'm just reacting the way I'd react with any man in front of me.
I'm actually not trying to get under your skin. I'm just saying.
You said it to Johnny and Macklin.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. I think that, you know, if I had a bad leg and a bad arm, I would still take you out.
Much calls got put in.
I would still take you out. So that's why I say I need to be 50% or better to beat him.
But let me ask you, is this man a bigger and tougher test than Conor?
No, he's not.
He's got to stick with that, Johnny. He's set a stall out that way. He's got to stick with that.
How could he be? He's ABC. He's ABC 1, 2, 3. There's no surprises. There's, you know, it's what you see is what you get with this guy. He's an old dog in the game. Maybe I am too, but you know, I've watched him. I've watched his fights. You know, I know what he is at the absolute best he can be.
If you weren't that gimmick that you've always been, no, you might be able to convince people, but people know you're always going to come with something like that, and that's why it was a little bit laughable this time.
A gimmick doesn't beat 31 men in a ring, does it?
By the way, you cannot box, so I hope you try and box me. No, you try and box me like Ray's got you boxing. Please do. You can fight, to be fair to you.
All these years and I still can't box, huh?
You're not stupid, Chris. You play the game that you're not into it.
To be stupid. I'm actually very smart for a fighter. And
you're very smart.
That's why I say this is no contest. This is not going to be.
So why are you saying it's an exciting fight?
Because it is. For as long as it lasts, it's going to be exciting. Absolutely.
So what? So pick how long it's going to last.
I don't pick rounds, but yeah, the way you fight. It can't go 12 really, because you don't move. You stay in the pocket. And if you stay in the pocket with me, I'm going to roast you.
Chris, I can stay in the pocket with you. You're plain and simple when you fight.
I know you think
like
that, and that's
Yeah,
why
you've
I'm
got
saying
quick
it's not
hands.
going to go 12 rounds, because you think you can stay with me in that
You think you
in
can
that
punch?
area.
You can't punch. Even at 160, you can't punch. You're fit and you can put your shots together. You can't punch.
I can't punch, isn't it incredible? Never been hurt, never been stopped, never been put on the floor, never been counted out like you have. You're the type of guy, if you get hurt, you're going to look to your brothers and you're going to look to your corner. What do I do?
You're the only man in British boxing who'll probably say that.
That's the type
You're
of
the
fight
only
you
man in
want.
British boxing who'll say that.
I don't look to anybody.
You're the only man
If
in
I'm in
British
trouble,
boxing who'll say
I
that.
look
And Johnny, you know
inside
that.
here. You know, that's the type of guy I am. And that's
that'll
why, that's
never,
what
ever be
separates,
questioned with
that's
me.
what separates me and him. He knows my chin is superior to his. So when you look at it like that, how can he beat me? He doesn't throw more punches than me. He's not tougher than me. He's not quicker than me. He's not stronger than me. So how do you win?
I might as well just not turn up then.
I mean, you should. You should just run. That's what I would tell him to do. Well, as soon as that bell goes, just jog around the ring for 12 rounds.
Have I ever ran from anybody?
No, you haven't, and I'll give you that. And that's why I really like this fight, because he is an exciting fighter to be in the ring with. He's very boring outside of the ring, but inside the ring he's exciting, and that means that for as long as it lasts, wow, the public are in for something special.